Okay, now we got it. Things you got to go through to just do a video is ridiculous. Now I got to go to YouTube. Okay. Gotta sign into that. Hold on. 40 days. Ah, got it. Let's click on that. Mute. Maybe. Working on it. All right. Awesome. Chat. Hide the chat. All right. Anyway, Windows 10, I have Google Chrome, so I had to go and open everything up with Internet Explorer and blah, blah, blah. So we got it now. Oh, I'm only going to be on for about a couple hours, just long enough to finish this stuff because I know the other ladies are wanting to do a hangout and I got some other stuff I got to do. So I thought I'd pop on here for just a little while using my laptop. I don't know how the sound is. I can't find, well, there's my earbuds there. I don't know how well, I know this camera looks a lot better than the other one. It's not as fuzzy or grainy. Getting a glare off my glasses. Of course, I can't see when somebody types something, but how's everybody doing? I can't really tell. I don't know if anybody's in here or not. Oh, yeah, we have one watcher. Cool, thank you. Let's see though. Okay, yeah, just doing a workout while I finish up this last tote. I had 6 totes of eBay inventory that needed processed, and I had banned myself from doing any more inventory shopping until after I got this done. And I'm glad I did because these have all the pearl snaps that I've picked up in the last couple months in it, or at least not all of them, but quite a few. They do really well, especially with the Eli Cattleman brand. I always pick those up. I pick up pearl snaps anyway because I always do decent with it. So who's in here with me? And yes, I'm wearing my trademark Fender hat and bandana today. Today was I don't feel like messing with my hair day, so yeah. One small hole between the third and fourth. Gig one between the third and fourth. Third and fourth. Snap button. Other than that, 4 stains. Oh. So, who's in here? Who's watching? I see I have one watcher. I need to post it. Let's see. My belly is like, oh. I'll go post it in the Seller Squad. I don't know if anybody knows this, but whenever you're describing, say, for instance, this shirt has a little pinhole right here. I don't know if you can see that because I can't see what's being played, but right here there's a little pinhole. And if you're trying to describe that, this area, when you have your shirt button, and this is from being in the military, this is what we called it. Well, I was in ROTC. Oh, dang it, there's another one. I totally missed that one. Anyway, let me finish what I'm talking about. This area from the collar down on the buttons, it's hard to show. From the collar down, the buttons, is called your gig line. They call that a gig line. That's what they call it in the military. My dad was in the military. I did ROTC, and we always had to have our gig line straight with our belt buckle and our zipper and all that in our uniform. So whenever you're trying to describe that, you can just toss that in there, the gig line. And I found another little pinhole. Looks like somebody tried to drop. Looks like a burn mark. It'll still sell. Somebody might want it. It does have a small hole on the left side of the gig line. As well as a small. See my belly? It's growling. I'm not hungry. It's just, it's one of them days. Still only one watching. Small hole. Is that one there too? Daggone. Small hole on the back right shoulder. Shoulder. Just above the V seam. Seam. And I don't know what anybody else calls this seam across the back of a pearl snap. Sometimes it looks like a W, and sometimes it looks like a V. So that's what I call it. I'll either call it a V seam or a W seam. This is just a basic pearl snap, whereas the way I classify it is if it's got the W on the back, it's a Western pearl snap because it's got like a, just looks like a W. This is just a V seam, so that's a standard. And the dogs are barking. So either somebody's here or let me go check real quick. Either somebody's here or Teresa's home. All right, guys, calm down. Calm down. Chill your roll there, sister. Nobody there that I could see. Oh. No, I don't want to get Chrome now. That's what kept me from doing anything anyway. All right, back to work. And this one, really look over your, especially these Western pearl snaps. Really look over your items, because I could have easily missed that one right here on the sleeve, but I caught it. The back of the right sleeve. And they're small little pinholes. Possibly, I don't know if those are burnt. They don't look like a burnt hole. They don't look charred or anything. But it seems like pearl snaps, you will find a few, for some reason, I find a burn hole here and there. Like maybe one of every 15 that I have. And I've had probably 5 or 6 of these right now. And this is the first one that I found in this batch. Anyway, I've had quite a few in the last 2 weeks. I probably had about 20 of them. This is the first one with a burn hole. But it seems like the Western pearl snaps will have a burn hole. And I think it's because they go to the bars or whatever, or the rodeos, and people are smoking. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. It's like, how would you get that on the back unless somebody's standing behind you with a cigarette? You're either sitting in a chair and somebody's smoking behind you and flicking their ashes, and it lands on your shirt. Now, I can understand if it was on the front. This one was on the front. That's not a burn hole, though. That looks like a little tear. But these two are could possibly be burn holes. No, they're not charred on the inside. I don't know what that is. Normally, a burn hole would have a char of some sort. So I don't know if they got caught up on something, maybe. Because there's a little pull right there in the thread. Possible. I need to take that off. I don't know who would. Here. Bam. Took our cats off. BTO. Let's see. All right, then one small one on the. Other than that, it's still on my shirt. These few photos. Yeah. Nice shirt. I just figured out the one watcher I have is probably me because I opened it up in YouTube and I'm watching it. So, Oh, nobody in the chat. Nobody watching but me. I need to clean off that side of my desk, don't I? Or at least that file thingy. That top rack always seems to catch all the stuff, and it's kind of like bowing. Format price, let's see. And I'm going to put it on for 18 and see what we get. I'm actually not feeling all that great today, and I'm supposed to go wine tasting with my sister, so I hope I start feeling a bit better before we go do that. I just feel like, oh, I might have to go grab a muffin or something. It might be my sugar. I do have low sugar, so. And this, I drink that Pepsi one, and there's no sugar in it, so that's not going to help me any. I've had plenty of caffeine this morning. I had 2 cups of coffee, and actually 2 of those, where I don't normally drink that many pops in a day, but today it's National Coffee Day for one. Oh, I got two viewers. Hello. So to me, it's National Caffeine Day, and then later I'll be wine tasting. So payment. Check my returns. But yeah, I finally got it to work. Actually, I'm Laurie. Teresa's the one who created the YouTube account for our band. She's my best friend. Yeah, I'll show you how I spell my name. I can't even hardly see today. I think it's my sugar messing with me. I have low sugar. Messes with my eyes. I'm not diabetic, but for some reason I guess it goes hand in hand with either low sugar or high sugar. So, but yeah, Teresa's the one. She's my best friend. Where'd you go? She's my best friend, my roommate, my partner in crime, so whatever you want to call it. She's also our band manager, so she created the. Hello. Yeah, I'm writing up drafts, getting ready for pictures later if I get around to that point. But anyway, at least the drafts will be ready and all the descriptions and everything will be done. So, and that's usually how I do it. I'll pull my 10 or 15 items or however many I'm going to do and write up all the drafts, which I won't have anything for the challenge unless I go thrift shopping. And I don't think I'm going to have to be able to, or probably won't get to do that until Sunday morning because of band practice. We practice probably 8 hours tomorrow. So I won't have anything to do the listing challenge on because I can't use these because I'm already wrote up the drafts because that's not fair. So, but hopefully I'll be able to find a few things. So, but this is the last of the excess inventory I had to process. See, I write up drafts with my iPad. I love these iPad, iPhone. I don't know how the sound is on this. I'm using my laptop, whereas yesterday I used my PC. I have nothing really else to do, so I don't mind handling it a couple times, which that's just me. Doesn't bother me. Another Old Navy. I mean, I got some really nice pearl snaps. This is in this last batch of inventory. I forgot I had them. I probably got 3 or 4 more, or at least 2 more. Oh, good. How many do you have in store? How many items? Um, Let me look. I think it's like 600 and some. Uh, 661, and I've probably got about 20, close to 20 drafts. So I'll have about a little over 680, almost 700. So yeah, yesterday I was using the old PC that's probably it's still got Windows 7 Vista in it, home edition. That's how old it is. Um, and I'm having to use an old webcam, so it's kind of grainy and sound like I was in a barrel. I thought about getting some wireless headphones for this, but if the sound's good, then I won't worry about it because I know good wireless headphones are about $40, and I really don't want to spend my profits on that right now if the sound is good. Oh, that's that was a 99 center. Nice. So this is an Old Navy. Let's see what the back has. It's got the B. And Old Navy. Large. Old Navy. Red plaid. Now, if I can get my daughter to agree to, you will enjoy her. Ooh. Which Valerie? The chick picker? Is that her name? I can't keep everybody straight. I guess I need to print out a thing that has everybody's picture next to it and put their name. Because there was a Valerie in yesterday, but I don't remember something AKA Valerie. That's what I remember. It's EC something. Don't remember. I'm good with faces, but names. I'm still here shaking my head. I'm sitting here shaking my head. Red plaid, Western. Why are you shaking your head for? Western pearl snap. Long sleeve. Size large. I have not had any chings. I didn't sell anything yesterday, and I didn't sell anything today yet. Sold something through the night before, and I got it and packed it up yesterday morning to go out with yesterday's shipment. But so far, nothing. I even listed last night. I was probably up to about 11:30 or so, and I listed 10 items before I went to bed. And then I got up at 5:45 this morning and thinking, oh, I'm going to have some sales. Nothing. So, but I've been working since then. Well, she is, yeah, okay. And there's Nikki. Yeah, I know Nikki's the poplar picker. Sally's the upside down picker. Okay. The chick picker. Yeah, I was on, well, you were in there, weren't you, this morning? Yeah, I haven't, let's see, which one is she doing? Yeah. Yeah, I watched her Hangout this morning, or um I know she does another show, but I haven't caught it yet. I've just seen the Hangouts. Um and then Poplar Picker does that listed or ditch it or something like that. I was watching hers, um a little bit of it before I had to leave yesterday or last night. Uh, men's plaid, red and brown, plaid. Let's see. Let's say plaid, plaid, long sleeve, western, snap, size. Yeah, there was another Valerie, but I don't remember that one. There was two of them. One of them was in my hangout yesterday, but it wasn't Chick Picker. I wouldn't know that. It was I don't know what her I guess her eBay name or her YouTube name is. I just remember at the end it said AKA Valerie. Start a new listing. Pre-owned. But yeah, I thought I'd come on for a couple hours before I had to jump off and go work on some dinner or get some stuff done before I leave with my sisters later. Oh, what should we leave about? I don't know what time. We leave about 5:30, I think it is, so I still have plenty of time. I just want to work through these drafts and get them ready so that I can get. I'll probably watch the challenge on Sunday that they're doing, but I can't participate because I will have these already drafted. Okay, so this is cotton. Tis cotton material. Seems like I can lift or draft these faster with my iPad than I can with my computer anyway, so um, it's not really rockabilly. Regular, large. Description. I had to shut my office door because my cat keeps coming in here trying to lay on my pile of clothes back here, and I don't allow that. He's an old fella, so he's probably cold, so I put a pillow and a blanket on the floor for him, and he won't even lay on that. He just wants to lay on the clothing. He's so weird. And my one little dog I have, oh, yeah, it seems like I don't get any phone calls or people knocking on the door or text messages until I'm doing something like this on air. Never fails. I bet my son called me at least 3 times yesterday. And then his girlfriend called me. Well, she's a yacker. I hate getting on the phone with her because I love her to death, but she talks. And I don't mind talking to her if I don't have something I don't have anything to do. But when I got stuff to do, because I don't like to be rude and say, well, I can't talk right now. So, I usually just tell her up front, well, I'm doing this, and I can only talk for a minute or two, because she likes to talk, and I don't mind that. But when I'm busy and I don't have the time to yak on the phone, I got to cut her off real quick. Otherwise, she'll keep me on there forever. So, uh, but I guess it's better to have him to have a girlfriend like that that actually likes me and likes to talk to me than one that's got her nose up in the air or something, huh? Tears or stains. Crap, I forgot to do the measurements on that shirt. I had to talk it and I forgot to do that one too, I think. I'll have to go back and redo those. Look at the measurements on that. Actually, yeah. Just to see what you're doing, huh? That's how it works. Nobody wants to talk to you until you're busy doing something in front of a camera. It happens all the time. That's like when Teresa kept trying to videotape us playing so we could put it on YouTube. Her phone, normally it does ring a lot because she's a manager, dietary manager of a nursing home, and they call her nonstop. So she's like, she told him not to call. She got to do some filming with her phone. And so um, we managed to get those 2 videos done before somebody started calling. So. Oh, we got another one watching. Who else is in here with us? Actually, think I'm on a ghost hunt. If there's anybody in here with us, please give me a sign. I was telling a group in my hangout yesterday how I like having these now. I used to do Periscope, and it just seemed like it got to be a hassle because of all the rude and crude people that come in there. That kind of language and stuff they use and innuendos and all that just got on my nerves. So I quit doing Periscope, and started watching all the hangouts, which I've watched them before. I was always interested in doing them, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to do that yet, or if I wanted to do it, or if anybody would even watch. So I kind of held off, and then I finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to get my feet wet, going to do it. But I like doing them because it feels like, and I told Teresa this yesterday too. I said it feels like you're working with a group of people, just like going to a job. Once you got somebody to talk to. Um, whether it be through audio or through text, you still got somebody to talk to. So I said, it makes the day go by faster than when you're sitting here by yourself, listening to basically your own heartbeat in your head because it's so quiet. Or a lot of times I'll turn the TV on, I got a Fire Stick hooked up to this TV, and I'll go to YouTube and watch stuff through that too if there's. But I like the interaction. I like the interaction with Periscope and all, but it just got to be there was so many rude people coming in nothing against foreigners, but the one guy got mad because I couldn't speak French. I was like, all I can say is parlez-vous français. That don't, I got an accent, so So you don't want me to talk French. I said, I know French fry, French dressing. I said, I know a few cuss words in German that my mom taught me, but I won't say those. I said it to my ex-husband, of course, and he didn't know what I was saying. My mom did. What's she laughing for? Oh, you don't want to know. I appreciate you letting me know you're here. I was doing it yesterday, and I've been playing around with it. I've done a couple videos, but I was doing it where it pops up on the screen. It says Google Hangouts, and it has that little green quotation mark, and then your camera comes on, and it has a chat window thing there. And I kept seeing that I had viewers, but nobody was chatting, and I didn't know that I had to go into YouTube, pull my video up, my live video up, and mute it, and then see what the chat that was going on YouTube. I didn't know that. So, because here I thought I was talking to myself, and it showed I had 5 people, but they weren't talking to me. So, one girl finally commented on my YouTube video, and it popped up as a notification that I needed to go do this, this, and this. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. I learned something new. I just don't know how to put the Brady Bunch boxes on the bottom. Where you get people to come in and their pictures at the bottom of the screen. Not sure how to do that. I'll learn it sooner or later. We got a long day tomorrow. Practice. We have about 25 songs that we're trying to learn. I think we have like 8 down. And then my daughter, she's been in Ireland for the past 2 weekends, or this past weekend and this weekend. She's been to Iceland and Ireland. So, and she's our lead singer. So, which, I do a few songs, then our drummer does a song. So been practicing those instead, which mine's easy. I was doing the Eagles. And then my sister's doing Spirit in the Sky. So, I mean, it's not just one singer. We have quite a few, just a few of us. Nathan's the only one that don't. Well, he sang one time at one party we had. Him and I did a song together. We collaborated on House of the Rising Sun, which we'll probably do that song because we haven't given it a twist, and we're not going to reveal that until on the YouTube until we have it completely ready. We did it at the last party, and everybody enjoyed that. So we're going to add that to our video list on YouTube. But that's why we just started the YouTube video for our band probably the weekend before my daughter left. So it's only been up for 2 weeks maybe. So, and our band just formed in August, the first week of August. We decided, to do this. So I've been playing guitar since I was 8 years old, and Nathan's like a prodigy. We can show him a song on YouTube, and he'll have it learned in like 15 minutes. He's so good with any musical instrument, and that's Teresa's nephew. Let's see. Whole shed of crafts material to do on the Marketplace Facebook. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I haven't done the marketplace Facebook. I did have a group page called Warren County, Ohio yard sale something or other, promote your business type thing. Let's see, free shipping. Oh, I know one thing. I'm tired, and my dog thinks he's got to lay right up under my feet at night, so I got to draw my feet up to my chin, and it makes my hip hurt, and my knee's already sore from the torn or it's a damaged MCL in my knee, which is inside, and then I have arthritis in my right hip, and so I have to get up every now and then anyway to stretch, because if I sit too long, I get real stiff and I start hurting. All right, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're looking for as many subscribers as we can get. Um, as you can tell by the way we did those songs, we take songs and we change them up to fit her voice and how she wants to sing them. So we don't do it exactly like the artist does it. We do it our own way. So we basically take it and make it our own. So, you might think, well, what song is that? Well, that's because we change it up. Now, the Eagles, we do Witchy Woman, which is pretty much the same. We don't do it exactly the same as far as the guitar playing in it, but we do it pretty close. So, but to me, that's what artists should do. They should take it and make it their own. So, and the lead singer, by the way, is my daughter. And the drummer is her best friend, and then Nathan is Teresa's nephew, and then of course there's me. And then my sister's also a backup singer. So plus she does vocals on one or two songs, but mostly backup. But we've known our drummer. I've known her since she was a baby, so she's pretty much like family too. So that's why we call it a family band. Okay, that was done. I gotta double check these other two real quick. Did I put the measurements in there? Because I don't think I did. No, I did not. What a, oh, thank you. Yeah, she is a really good singer. So yeah, I might get quiet a bit here and there too, um, as I get in the zone, so to speak. So hopefully we get a couple more watchers. I'm gonna have to open my door though because it's getting hot in here. So you might hear me holler at my cat every now and then to get out of here because he wants to try to lay all over everything. Let's wait. Check. 34. It's a long shirt. It's almost 3 feet long. It's done. A couple more shirts left and 2 pairs of shoes to clean. And then I will have all of my extra unprocessed inventory processed to my inventory books and drafted to eBay. So all I got left to do will be to take photos. And we'll be able to go buy more stuff. So hopefully I sell some stuff between now and Sunday morning. Okay, let's see. Look at that one. And this one. Yep, it's this one. Yep, I did do the measurements on that one. Good, 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 good. And I might step out here in a minute or two, take a step out back after to take my dogs out. I just let them out. I have a yard. I let them out in the yard and I'll sit out there. Because I have a Chiweenie, I have to go out with her because she's so tiny. And there's red-tailed hawks that fly around here constantly. We've had them grab cats, stray cats and stuff. And I don't want her out there to where it could grab her. So I'll stay out there with her for a few minutes while she does her business. Of course, my other 2 dogs, they're fine. They'd be too hard for anything like that to take off with, but because they're fat little buggers. That was a 99 center too. Cool. So if you see an empty chair, that's where I'm at. This is a Stockman. No, who's that brand? I do really well with plaid, pearl, or not plaid, but pearl snap shirts, Western pearl snaps. And the more stuff they have on it, the better. Oh, this is made in the USA. That's even better. Looks like it's polyester. There is your tag. I dropped the link in the Facebook group for you. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, I finally figured it out. My computer, I have Google Chrome. Well, it wouldn't let me open the Google Hangouts without installing a plugin. Well, I installed the plugin. Well, the plugin doesn't work with Google Chrome. So I'm like, really, dude? So I had to go through Internet Explorer, which is also on this computer because I have Windows 10 in this. So I must have cut the tag out of this. I cannot find it. So yeah, like I said, I'm still learning all this Hangout stuff and all that, but won't be long. I'll get it. I really hate when they cut the material tag out of them. I guess I'll have what's made in USA. That much I do know. So I guess I'm gonna have. There's not even an RN number, so I can't even. That irritates me. Thank you. That's because I'm using my laptop now. My PC is not cooperating, so I fired her. She's strictly for printing packing slips and labels now. Maybe doing a little research here and there. Yeah, I probably don't sound like I'm in a drum anymore, do I? We're at the end of a tunnel, shouting down at everybody. Hey, hey, hey. I probably won't be on really long, not nearly as long as I was yesterday, but I figured in between everybody else's hangouts, I would pop in here and do one. For those that, still want to work and hang out and whatnot. Okay. That is a. Let's see. We are going to have to Google this one. Man, the stitching on this is like so nice. This is a nice shirt. Don't even look like it's been worn. So I cannot find the size tag though. So let's give it a measurement here. Oh. It says medium. I don't buy that. Not without measuring it. Can't rely on Goodwill giving you the right size anyway. When they don't have size tags, they just look at it. Oh, I guess it's a medium. Well, actually, they got that one right. They got that one right. Somebody must have known what they were doing. Yeah, I'll probably step out here in a few minutes and take my dog out. Dogs. I have 3 dogs. But the littlest one, I don't let her out there by herself. It's not safe for her out there. And then at night, I got to go out with all 3 of them because we have coyotes that run on the other side of the lake. But they have been seen running through people's yards over here. So even though I have a partially fenced-in yard, I still don't want them out there without me. In the evenings, when I do walk them, I carry my pistol because I've been walking up the street and there's like a wooded area on the left-hand side of the road that I walk up. There's houses on this side and there's a big gully and you can hear them. I've heard the coyotes down in there. So I don't go anywhere at night with my dogs without a pistol. It's actually a Smith & Wesson 380 M&P bodyguard. And I do have my CCW license, so. Oh, wish this was an extra large. I'd keep it for myself. I like that shirt. Let's see. Is it Stockman or Stocksman? Stockman. Men's Western Pearl Snap shirt. Daggone. Are you serious? That can't be right. $88 for a shirt. I've never even heard of this brand before. This guy's listing and see if the tag's the same. These shirts are going $88 new. I paid 99 cents for it. Here, let me turn this a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Look at that. Yep, that is the same. I want to enlarge it so I can see it. So I need to jot that down in my window. This is the Howler Brothers. Let's see. Can't see. My eyes are terrible today. I just do not want to stay focused. Howler Brothers. It's not really flannel. I'll just say pearl snap. Okay. Let's see what they go for on eBay. They say that on Google, but let's see what they're selling for on eBay. That's a nice shirt. I've gotten to the point that where I have handled so much fabric between designer stuff and then your standard Walmart type stuff that I can tell a really nice shirt without even looking at the tags anymore. And I've also gotten to where I recognize the design style of the designers. Like I can look through a line of men's clothing and just by touch and sight, I can pull out the good ones because I can just flip through the shirts like it's nothing. But I still look at each one because sometimes there's a really good design on a shirt, and it might be a Abercrombie and Fitch, it might be a Faded Glory, but if it's got a nice bright design and a well-made shirt, good-looking shirt, I'll buy it because I think that if it has that kind of appeal to me as far as catches my eye, then it's going to catch somebody else's eye with the right photographs and lighting. So Stockman long sleeve pearl snap size medium made in the USA. Figures it wouldn't come up on the search for eBay, but yet they come up on the search in Google under eBay. Pendleton. I don't understand that. Why it comes up in eBay under a Google search, but when you search the same exact thing in eBay, it's no longer there. So I'll go back to Google. Sorry, I talk to myself a lot. eBay, this shirt's $89.95. this one. Let's do images and see what we're in there. Let's see. Vintage Miller Stockman. No. That looks almost like it. What do we got here? Pendleton. Yeah, let's take out. That's my air conditioning. I still have it on. I probably should turn it off, but I have hot flashes from hell. And nobody wants to be around me when it's like that because I get super, super grouchy. So I keep it fairly cool in here, at least until the end of October, where I can open the windows. My kids are like, oh no. Let's put it this way. In the mornings when they were in school, it was time for when I got up, they'd hear me coming down the hall, and the first theme song that comes to mind, this is before I had coffee too in the mornings, before I'd have my coffee, was the Darth Vader march. That da 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 da. They wouldn't come out of their rooms until after I've had my first cup of coffee because I was also going through menopause. I was premenopausal at the time, so same difference. I was not a happy person. They would not come out of their rooms until after I've had my first cup of coffee and spoken my first word, because that way they would know whether or not they were going to get their heads bit off or not. Nope. That's not it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. It just says Stockman. Wait a minute. I can see underneath there. What do we got underneath here? Nope, nothing. Dang it. There should have been another tag. I don't even see a trace of another tag on this shirt. It just says Stockman made in the USA. Oh. Somewhere in this shirt there has to be another tag. I've looked at all the places where it's normally at, and there's no remnants. Normally when somebody cuts a tag out, there's just a little bit remnants of it. I can't find it anywhere, so I'm just going to turn this thing inside out and go over it again, because there has to be a tag telling me more about the shirt than what I'm seeing. Because normally you find the material tag in the right or left inner seam. And either they took it out with a stitch ripper or there was never one to begin with, because there is no indication that there was ever a material tag in this thing at all. Either it just blends in, one or the other. Unless it's handmade. Because there is nothing. Let's see, we got these snaps. Check these snaps out. Aha. Scoville snaps. Or Scoville, so the name of the snap. I would say that's probably the snap maker, if I had to guess. you ever get a really good camera that doesn't work, take the lens out of it. It makes a, look at the thick that is. This makes a wonderful magnify. I mean, you can just, I can see just everything with this. I mean, you can use your phone as a magnifying fire too, but at least I can with my iPhone. So I can tap the button 3 times, it turns into a magnifier. But I love that thing. For one, I can carry it in a little, I have these little fabric baggies that I got for jewelry making. So I can throw it in that and throw it in my pocket, and I can take it with me when I go thrifting. I also have a jeweler's loupe, but this is better for my eyes than a jeweler's loupe because jeweler's loupe is just hard for me to use. I can just pull it out. That does just as good. So doesn't say on the front. Aha. We do have GRIPPR. Ripper. Can't hardly read what that says. There we go. Ripper. Yeah, that's the name of the snap company, not the shirt company. That doesn't tell me anything. I don't think this shirt's ever been worn. It has no wear on it whatsoever. Not even in the collar. Not even underneath the arm, because a lot of times they wear under the arm from rubbing, usage, how it rubs back and forth. There's no, just no, nothing. I mean, it looks like a brand new shirt. Somebody bought it, just didn't wear it. Still have to put it down as pre-owned because it doesn't have the tags or anything like that, but still, it's a very well-made shirt. Let's see if there's any clues in the pearls. No clues in the pearls. Stitching is amazing. All right, keep looking, Laurie. Stop. Say Stockman brand. How's that? Stockman brand. Shirt. And I picked it up. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm the newbie on the block with the Hangouts. I figured I would do one in between everybody else's. Shirts. There is no brand name on it. That's driving me nuts. I hate that when I get a really nice shirt or piece of clothing and there's no tags except for what's in the collar. All it says is Stockman, made in the USA. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Where is it? Vintage, regular. Vintage. Stockman Western. That does stock. Does it? No, it has nothing. I have turned it inside out. It doesn't even have a remnants of a size tag anywhere. You know, usually it's on the inseam of the either the right or left inseam. You know, from the pit down, you usually find either on either side. You usually find the RN tag, the material tag. There is nothing. I don't know. They must have been really good at removing it. I mean, it wasn't even attached to the tag up here. There's nothing there. I mean, this is what the tag looks like. And it's a Western pearl snap. There's no rem. Normally, when you cut out a tag, there's always the remnants that's still stitched in the shirt. The only way I can think is that they took it out with a seam ripper. I don't know. It could be vintage, but still. And when you bring up Stockman, it brings up Haller Brothers, and it's not the same tag. So here's a vintage Stockman. Let me look at that. Maybe that's what it is. But to be vintage, this shirt is in immaculate condition. It's like they opened it and put it in a drawer and left it there. Come on. Let's see this tag here, buddy. No, get a tag in that. Figures. Oh, that's right there. Nope. Stockman. There's so many different brand types of. So that tag says Stockman by PMC. That's not the same tag. No RN number, no size tag number, nothing. I mean, the only thing I could think of is maybe it was handmade. I don't know. There's no indication that it wasn't, but there's no indication that it is either. Whoever made it did a really good job, especially at hiding the tag. What we got here? Wait a minute. I think the stitching was so good I missed it. Yep, there's the remnants right there. They did a really good job of cutting that out because I missed that. No size tag, no RN number. So this is going to be fun. Okay, let's see what we got. Where have I come here? I guess I'm going to have to do a search of the label itself. Stockman made in the USA shirt label. Oh, Stockman's Garments Clothing has any images. I will find it. I'm good at finding out stuff. Just takes. Hello. Nope, that's not it. I thought surely not. Not on the first kabang here. Come up with a lot of knives. Case knives. I don't need that. I need that label. Excuse me. I hate spending so much time on a piece of clothing, but then again, if I didn't and I find out it's worth a lot more, then I could kick myself in the butt for not doing my due diligence and finding out how much it actually worth. Because I've done that before. I will never do that again. I might have to hold off on this one and research it later and just move on with the other ones if I don't find something soon. I'm just wondering if it is a Howler Brothers, an older version, and it was on the Howler Brothers was on the other tag. That's it for that. Stockman made in the USA. Western Pearl Snap. I don't think Stockman is the brand. I think it's the style. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. I hear a strange noise. That's my belly growling, and I don't know why it's growling because I'm not hungry. I ate a good breakfast. Unless, of course, it didn't agree with me or anything like that, but other than feeling tired and a little worn out, I feel fine. At least with this one, I don't think my computer will fall asleep like the other one did yesterday. That's a Howler. That's not the right tag. Oh my goodness, it's going to take forever. Can you do reverse image search with an iPad? I never thought about that. Let's see. Nope. Guess not. Parse that. Let's see. Guess I'll just start scrolling through shirts till I find one that has a label. Nope, that's not it either. Come on. There's got to be one in here that has a label. Or Miller Stockman. Maybe it could be a Miller. I don't know. It's got a vintage Miller, but that's not the label. I might have to come back to this one because it's taking up a lot of time trying to find something on it. So I'll just go to the next, which is actually the last one, other than a pair of shoes. Yay! This one is the Outlaw. And this one was, oh, I actually paid $4.99 for that one. Dang it, that was going to be another 99 cents. This is the extra long tails Outlaw Western wear. Short sleeve, men's, plaid, pearl snap. This was 99 cents, and this was $4.99. Size medium. All right. All right, before I get started on this shirt, I am going to go take my little doggie out so she can watch her so she don't get picked up by the red-tailed hawk that flies around. I need to stand out there with a BB gun, but they're just too pretty to shoot. But they've been taken off with some of the smaller pets around, so I have to stand out there and make sure she don't get carried off like Dorothy did in The Wizard of Oz. So I'll be back in just a few minutes, so y'all hang out here and chat amongst yourselves and all that good stuff. Oh, hold on a minute. Forgot my phone. I shall return. Okay. All right. I'm back. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and found a mixer, 8-track mixer for the band, but I can't get it yet. Dang it, they only want $100 for it. I get some stuff sold so I can get that mixer. Ah. Oh, mercy. Me, I've been selling off and on eBay since 1998, but I didn't start selling this way with used clothing, shoes, and all that until 2014. I used to just do like vintage stuff, vintage clothing, or not vintage clothing, but Hot Wheels, toys, glasswares, and baseball cards. And I dabbled in and out of it for years, and didn't make a whole lot of money, but I was raised. My parents used to buy and resell antique furniture, and then they would refinish it. And we always went to antique shops with them and stuff like that. So reselling's basically in my blood. Um, but I never come across this way of selling, used clothing and shoes and stuff like that until 2014, when I was watching YouTube. I was looking for YouTube or looking on YouTube for episodes of the Thrift Hunters because they had canceled it on Spike TV, and I liked it. I liked that show because I like Jason Smith. Um, and I come across the GillDaddy videos about selling used remotes on eBay to make money, and I'm like, what? So I'm thinking I got to check this out, and it kind of snowballed from there. So I started watching all their videos, and I found Steve Rakin, who does clothing and then shoes, and then there's the shoe guy, and just it kind of, I don't know, it was like a light bulb went off or in my head. It was like I was telling in my Hangout yesterday. I'd worked in manufacturing for 22 years, so I was used to, getting up and being at work by 4 a.m. and working till 8 or 9 o'clock. And then I had to have back surgery. My back went out. I've got degenerative disc disease in my back, and I ended up having to have a cage built around my lower spine because it just was collapsing. And once that happened, I was no longer able to do my job because even though I was a supervisor and manager, I still had to get out on the floor and do stuff because we were shorthanded here or there, and I couldn't be on my feet like I was. I mean, I was constantly, usually from the time I got there to the time I got home, I was on my feet 99% of the time. And so when I couldn't do that anymore, they didn't need me. So, and then I've also got heart issues. So my doctor she said, you're done. You're done working. You're done with that. Your job it's either going to paralyze you or you're going to end up dead from heart attack, one of the two. So you're done. So I couldn't do anything like that anymore. And when you work like that for all those years and then you're not able to do that, something up here changes. It did for me anyway. And I got to a point where I didn't even want to get up out of my chair. I didn't want to do nothing. We did do ghost hunting and stuff like that, but that wasn't an everyday thing. There for a while, we were busy with a building that we were investigating and stuff, and that was fun, but that got to be monotonous, and there was a lot of drama involved, and I said, I'm done with that. And then I got to a point in my life where I was depressed. I didn't want to do ghost hunting. I didn't have a job. And I just got to a dark place. And my cat, I gained probably 100 pounds. Couldn't hardly, my feet were always so swollen. It was just a mess. I got depressed. It was a bad form of depression. And I had sold on eBay back in 2005. I got back into eBay in 2005 because I had no money coming in. And my sister gave me a bunch of collectible plates that somebody had given her. I sold those, and that's back when Nextel was really big with the push-to-talk telephones, the walkie-talkie telephones. And I found a guy on eBay selling a big box of them. I bet there was probably 200 phones in the box. And I bought it for like $50. And I started parting them out. By this, everything was said and done, that Christmas I was able to provide, Christmas money to buy presents for the kids, but it still didn't click. It was like just a one-time thing where I got lucky and sold all that stuff, and it still didn't register that I could be doing that all the time. Because most people say, oh, eBay's just a hobby, it's like a online flea market, blah, blah, blah. So I was huge. I was probably 320 pounds, given I'm 5'9.5", but still that's a lot of weight to carry on a bad heart too. And of course my back. So I was just, like I said, I have the YouTube on my Roku. And I was watching, I was like, oh, I want to watch Thrift Hunters. And so I started looking for episodes on YouTube. And that's when I come across the GilDaddy videos and all that. And it's just like, from that point on, it was like fireworks going off. I got so excited because I thought, I can do that. Why didn't I think of this before? Why didn't I, you know what I mean? It's just like, duh. It was a duh moment. Durr, as my niece says, I'm a durr. And I've been doing it ever since. I just took off, Teresa come home, and I was all excited. I had all these notes taken after sitting there for I don't know how many hours, taking notes from GilDaddy and Steve Rakin and the Shoe Guy and Chad the Golden Finger Picker and Deb with Pinching Pesos. And it was just, it's like a oh moment. And I had, pages and pages of stuff wrote down. And Tracy come home. She says, "What's gotten into you?" I said, "We're going thrift shopping." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I told her, what my plan was. And she's like, "What? People buy used clothing and shoes on eBay?" I said, "Yeah." And I showed her, I learned how. I never knew how to do the sold and completed listings until I watched the GoDaddy videos. And I thought, oh my goodness. So I started, things would pop in my head. I said, "Oh, I'm going to go see if that sells." She's like, "Oh, let me see if this sells." So, "Oh, I want to see if that sells. What it sells for." So I showed her, and she was like, "Wow, let's go to the thrift shop." So, I went to the thrift shop, bought a few designer items like a few Brooks Brothers and some Ralph Lauren, and I bought some Nerf guns and some remotes and a pair of shoes, two pairs of shoes. I bought some Allen Edmonds. They were brand spanking new, never been worn. They were actually supposed to be the one Goodwill we went to. They take all the good shoes that are high dollar shoes, and they'll keep one of them behind the counter and put one out in this certain area. And that's how you know those are the high dollar shoes. Well, these shoes were not. They were back with on the regular shelf for the $3.49. So I threw them on my cart, and I found some Brooks Brothers shoes, threw them on my cart. And I got home that night, and I polished up the shoes, took a really good picture of both pairs of shoes, and the Allen Edmonds sold within 5 minutes for $125. And the Brooks Brothers sold probably a half hour later for $65. And then I sold a Ralph Lauren shirt, and I sold it was a remote, it was a Sony remote for a DVD player or something, sold that for like $30. And it's like I've been doing it ever since. Just I was able to purchase another vehicle for myself. So I'm just about to spaz if you mention I-8 boy. What's that? Oh yeah, it was it was bad. Um, Pretty much all I had to do. I mean, I did get up and walk my dogs and for the most part, but I didn't feel like I had a purpose. I had no ambition. My ambition was gone. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I can't, you know, I have medical disability. I have medical issues. So I'm on disability, um, which, that only allows me, I'm only allowed to make so much a year on that, which I follow the guidelines. I don't, because I play by the rules. So, which is fine by me because it still allows me enough money to bring in enough money to do what I want to do. I bought me a truck, um, and I love it. I love what I do. I love this. Yeah, well, I love the quick flicks too. Um, we got we had a storage unit a few months ago. I had my son's stuff in there, and then he paid half and I paid half. Well, my half I put eBay storage stuff in there. And Teresa and I went over there one day to get some stuff out that sold. And on the way back, I noticed there was some boxes in the dumpster. I thought, well, those are, good sized little boxes. Those would be perfect for, shipping stuff in because they were clean looking. Well, I got out of the truck and I opened the dumpster lid the rest of the way. And I looked in there. I was like, oh my God, they weren't boxes. They were cases of Crest Sensi strips, 74 cases of those. There was a unopened case of they were the Oral-B Pro 5000 Bluetooth toothbrushes. There was 3 of those in there. I listed those that night, and I've sold all 3 of them. I sold them for $160 a piece. I sold they had the display handles that the representative sends to the dentist or takes to the dentist that they put up for display. They're still the Oral-B. They're just the handle. Those I've been selling for 30 to 40 bucks a piece. The Sensi strips I sell for $15.99 a case. I've sold 15 cases of those, and it's just like that's probably my best pick. Um, I-8 boy is I've seen some of his stuff, but I don't know. I know everybody has their opinions about him, and I don't really watch him. I've watched a couple of his, but I prefer, Ronnie Hart. He's very knowledgeable in designer clothing. I like Nicole State. She's very knowledgeable. I like to watch Pinching Pesos and uh, Chad the Golden Finger Picker and Alabama Pickers with Dusty and Tristan. Um, Cincinnati Picker, I just discovered him, and come to find out he had come to one of the yard sale I had, because what I had said yesterday is I had over almost 1,500 items in my store, and my store was eating up a lot of my profits. At the time, it didn't dawn on me that I still had just a basic store, and that's where all my money was going. So when I switched over to the next tier, basically, where you get 1,000 free listings, I'm thinking, why do I have to have all this stuff? Because I had stuff everywhere. I had, and some of you probably heard this yesterday, but I had, I have a 10 by 14 in the back side of my yard that was stacked full. I had shelving, and I still ended up with totes upon totes upon totes all stacked up on each other. We had a 10 by 14 lofted barn put in front of that one, and I took up half of it and converted it to eBay storage. I built the walls and the extended the roof so that I had a little storage area in there. The other half is our bar. Yes, we have a bar in our yard. And then my sister had 9 of my totes over there in her garage, and we had that storage unit. So I thought, something's got to change, because I'm running all over the place getting stuff that's sold, and I was making money, but a lot of it was going towards fees, and it was because before I changed over to the next tier of the store, you only get 250 free listings, so those were being eaten up by the good till canceled. It's still 30 days, and when those would roll over, they would eat up a big chunk of my store, because I was listing so much that all that stuff would roll over at the same time. So I thought, how can I fix this? And I sat down one day. I said, because I need to be making more money than what I'm putting out for fees and stuff like that, and to buy the stuff. And I'm still making money, just not what I wanted. So I sat down and I looked at, from the time I started eBay till now, and went through, and I made, a note of each item that sold and how many. And I found that 4 items sold more than anything. And that was the clothing and shoes, TV plug and plays, and coffee mugs. That's what I make my most money on. So I had a huge yard sale I just totally revamped my whole store, my inventory. I pulled everything that was not part of those 4 categories, and I lotted it all up in the yard sale and sold it. And then what didn't sell went to the church. Well, anyway, during that yard sale I had last month, this guy come and he had this van that had this thing, said, look what I found on it. And there's an auction house. I was like, oh, cool. Well, he bought a bunch of stuff. And then about a week later, I was looking through YouTube, and I seen this YouTube name said Cincinnati Picker. Well, I'm 20 minutes from Cincinnati. So I thought, oh, cool, a fellow, Buckeye. So I watched him, and I come on, I thought, I know him. So he come to my yard sale. So he was doing there was a video or something that they were interviewing his wife or something, and he was still at the warehouse, but talking, chat like that. And I said, I think I know you. I said, how far are you from Mason? He says, oh, not far. We're like in Mainville. I was like, yep. I said, I think you come to my yard sale. And he's like, oh, yeah, I did. So, but yeah, I've been going nonstop ever since I changed things up. I have a more easier flow of inventory. Everything's got a spot. Every tote's got a spot. No more unstacking stuff, because if I couldn't do it, because there'd be good days or bad days where I couldn't lift a gallon of milk. So I'd have to wait for somebody to get home, like my daughter, she lives across the street, her boyfriend, or Teresa, to come, or if my son just happened to come by and say, hey, I need you to go pull bin number K or whatever from the bottom of the stack because I need something out of it. So it was getting to be monotonous. And so I'm glad I changed things up because now I have more of a focus. I have totes designated and shelving designated to where I can just look and see, okay, well, that shelf, I need about 15 more coffee mugs to fill that spot. I need, I don't know, 20 more Brooks Brothers shirts to complete filling this tote. So that way I know when I go to the thrift shop or yard sale or whatever, I know what I need to look for. But I'll still pick up, odds and ends, like the Billy Bass wall hanging thing with Be Happy. Picked that up, even though I wasn't supposed to be buying anything. I did buy it. And I sold it for $32.99. So, let me see here. I'm missing the chat with me yakking. Oh. Yeah, I've seen Mothership on. He's been on Garage Star or Garage Flips and been with Cincinnati Picker. I won't tell that you name names. You better get a wrench. I don't know how to do that yet. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. Let's see if I can figure it out. Oh, I just did. You want a wrench there, fishing and picking? Here you go. There's your wrench. Did it give you a wrench? What's a taco stack? I heard them mention True Gather today on Chick Pickers Hangout thingy. I didn't know what that was. As far as Bonanza goes, the only thing I know is that it's a steakhouse, or used to be. Oh, I'm a yacker. That's what Teresa said, that these hangouts are perfect for me because it gives me somebody to talk to because I'm long-winded. That's why I always did real good. I used to have a radio show when I was in the paranormal. I had over 100,000 listeners, and it was fun. I could talk for hours about stuff like that. Haha, oh gosh, how do I don't know. Let me find her. Okay. There you go. Now you guys can throw wrenches at each other. How's that? I just I don't know how to bring her back. I'm new to this. You all know what you're doing. I just I give her a wrench too so she can throw it at you. I'm sure You're going to be in trouble. Somebody tell her I give her a wrench so she can throw back at him. Anybody else want a wrench? Okay, I'll find it. I have to do it, or can he do it? Go to channel. She's not blocked in my book, so it must be something he has to do. She is not blocked in timeout. So she can still see it, right? She just can't talk. Well, Beth, if you can hear this, I give you a wrench, so. Now I see why they didn't give you one in the other group. With power comes great responsibility, my young Padawan. Give you a wrench? Okay. There. Throw it at Fishing and Picker. You guys are too much. Yeah. Like I said, with power comes great responsibility. Use it wisely. Oh. Look, Nikki, I'm wearing my trademark and my brand. I know when Beth comes back, she's going to be knocking Fishing upside the head with her wrench. What was that they were talking about today? And the other one? Flexible wrench. Respawn. Yeah, good luck with that one. Respawn. Somebody else play Ark. Can you respawn? Let's see. I got to keep an eye on the time. Oh, it's only 2 o'clock. I'm not leaving until like 5. So. I told you she's going to come at you with her wrench now. Oh. Only there were sound effects. Oh, speaking of which, barking dog, I gotta go let my other one back in. Be right back. Dog is such a butthead. I swear. Western men's and short sleeve Western snap shirt. That's funny. Okay, bought now. So completed. It's astounding. Four, 16. Okay, now we need to recruit people to watch the show so I can time out people. So he can flex his wrench. Who? Jesus. He comes in here, we're probably all in trouble. And sleeve. Outlaw Western men, short sleeve, back girl snap button shirt. Girl snap shirt. Ugh. After the week I've had, I'm sorry, like, oh, you're fine. It don't bother me a bit. Oh, good Lord. The yappers have started. I don't mind a bit. Hijack away. Doing a drive-by to promote my YouTube. Jason Anano. I'm sorry, but I thought it said banana too. My eyes are terrible, even with these things on. They're terrible. And after it said John Bonamasu, I think I would have hit the floor because I love that guitarist. He's the next in line to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Had to look twice to make sure it's not with the name card. What's he doing here? You ship. Let's see. Rio's. Nice looking shirt. Rips. Tears. Or, or stains. Oh, well, there it is. Turn measurements. Guess I better plug in my thingy here. Ooh, 4 dies. 1 battery dies. Don't mind me, I'm just getting my cord for my iPad here. I hate to have it die right in the middle of drafting. Oh, he's this Jason from Alabama Picker. Oh, cool. High heel fetish. And a nice face. Yeah, I watch the Alabama Picker show. Where I'm more like listen because it's usually playing in the background. I watch it from time to time when I'm kind of like I do now. I look at the chat and go back to do a little work, look at the chat. Um, I enjoy Alabama Picker shows. Oh. Oh yeah, I will. It's gonna take more than that to scare me off. Y'all forget I hunt ghosts as a hobby. If all the shit talk on the other one didn't scare me off, that ain't gonna. Totally fine with that. People can't be themselves and have fun, then what's the point, right? I'm 48 years old and I still act like I'm 18, so I don't care. My body, on the other hand, saying, "What the hell are you thinking?" But it's like my daughter. We bought kayaks last year. Well, she seen a video on YouTube this summer about snow sled riding in kayaks. I said, I can't do that because if mine was a turnover, I'd be in really bad shape. I said, but if it wasn't for my back, I would so do that. So, Let's go 18 on that. Not 8. You guys ever put the wrong price on a listing and then didn't catch it until after it sold? Oops, I forgot to put the 1 in front of that 8. I love my. I got a big 10-foot kayak, so it's got the big where you sit in it, and I love it because I fish. I love to fish, so I've been rigging mine up for all my fishing equipment because we live on a lake for one, and we have another lake not far. We have quite a few lakes not far from us, so I love to fish. And I don't hit people in the head with wrenches though when I do it. My favorite is to night fish for catfish. So I love catfishing more than anything. I can sit out there for 12 hours. Well, I don't sit. I get up and down, up and down, up and down. But you know what I mean. It's just catch a big old fish. My son caught a 60-pound blue cat last summer. And I had just left the lake, and he hung into that big old thing. And he didn't sign up for the jackpot. And had he signed up for the jackpot, he would have won $3,000. Yeah, I just figured it out. There was 3 little dots on the side at the end of their name or their post, and I just kind of scrolled down and it said "Make moderator." I was like, that must be where the wrenches are. Yeah, I didn't get to use it any this year. It's been a crazy summer, and then with the band starting up too, we've been using our weekend, our Saturdays anyway, to practice. So we all practice here. So yeah, if you watched our videos, those are all my guitars except for 1 or 2 on the wall. Teresa's nephew likes to play my acoustic because he likes the sound of it, and he don't have an acoustic, so I let him play that, and I'll play my daughter's in one of those videos. And then he has a white electric guitar, but all the rest of them are mine except for the black acoustic. So we don't get to. I haven't got to do any fish. No, I take that back. I did go catfishing with my nephew twice this year, but that's all I got to do. Oh, I see. My stubborn dog will not come in because there's a cat in by our front fence. I have a split rail front fence around the front yard, and then I have it sectioned off in the back for the dogs. And there's a cat out by the front fence, and he's just going nuts. So I can't get his little butt to come in. He's a pain in the butt too. I should have named him PETA for pain in the ass. Maybe stingrays. That would be cool though. I don't think I've never fished in the oceans. I've been up to Lake Erie and fished up in there. I mean, I know that feeds into the ocean at some point, but I've been in the ocean, been to the ocean, but I've never got to fish in it. I've always wanted to go deep sea fishing. Maybe someday. I have my bucket list, so that's probably on there. I want to go on a kind of like what the bin pickers are doing. I don't know if you guys watch that show. They are going from state to state and hitting all the outlet bins. That I don't know about whether or not that's legal or not. I mean, they can't help what bites on their hook. But yeah, I want to go on a road trip, um, like cross country road trip, and do a bunch of picking. Do you eat them? Yeah, I wonder, can you eat stingrays? I don't know if anybody's gonna eat a stingray. It'd probably be Andrew Zimmer. That man eats just about anything. Ugh. Okay, back to this shirt. I wish I knew what it was. No, we let them go. Stockman. Who makes the Stockman? I guess I'm going to have to really do some detective work on this shirt. Find out what brand it is. I hate when they cut the tags out and they just leave you a little bit of information. Let's see. But I will find it. Pearl Snap. Oh, I love seafood. We have Chinese restaurants around here, and after 4 o'clock, it's all you can eat crab legs. I can eat some crab legs. And well, there ain't much to them anyway, but not that I go and get a whole big plate. I usually get about 6 or 7 legs at a time because there's usually somebody up there grabbing a mound of them like this tall. Yeah, gee, thanks for leaving some for the rest of the restaurant. Did you stop to think there's like 60 people in here that might want some? So let's see. Pearl Snap shirt. Shirt with a Stockman label. Oh, I love crab legs. I always told myself if I ever had the chance to try raw oyster, I would. Well, there was this new place opened up by the Dayton Mall. What was it called? Osaka's. And they had this, it was really kind of not an elegant type Chinese buffet, but it was very well presented and taken care of. Because most of the Chinese restaurants, everything's just slopped into them square pans, and you got certain things. This place was a little higher up than that, so they had squid and octopus, and then they had these raw oysters. Well, I watched that Adam Richman on America's, or was it Man versus Food, and where he sat down and ate all those trays of oysters, and he put hot sauce on them and lemon juice. I thought, oh, that can't be too bad. Well, my daughter took me up there. Her and her friend Olivia took me up there, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try that because I always wanted to try it. I tried it. I put the hot sauce on it, or the hot sauce and the cocktail sauce and the lemon juice. Nobody told me I shouldn't chew it. I took a big chomp on that. Oh my God, it was disgusting. I will never do that again. And my daughter got on video and she says, one of these days I'm going to post this to YouTube. She said, this is the funniest thing ever. She said, just the look on my face was priceless. She said, I was like, yeah. Never again. But I can say I tried them, but I will never eat a raw oyster again. Never, never, never. That was just gross. It's like, that was a disgusting thing. I don't know how I didn't end up running um, to the bathroom and, you know, reprocessing my food, so to speak. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. I don't think I'm destined to find who makes the shirt. Well, one good thing, this computer doesn't crap out on me like my PC does. Oh, wait a minute. What do we have here? What do we have here? That looks similar. Oh my goodness. Nope, that's not it either. Come on. I got this shirt. No label, no size label, just says stock mode and made in the USA, and that's it. It's not a Miller. It's not a Howler Brothers. What is it? I know I will never, not even, I don't even think for any amount of money will I put another one of those things in my mouth. That's just disgusting. Alrighty. Hello, Joe. Thanks for coming in. I'm the newbie on the block when it comes to the Hangouts. And I really don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning. I mean, as far as Hangouts do, I know what I'm doing here. This cannot be the only shirt in existence with this label on it. I can't put it on as a Howler Brothers because it's not a Howler Brothers. What is it? Oh, cool. Down under, huh? Australia. Always wanted to go there too. That's another thing on my bucket list. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to Ireland, which is where my daughter's at right now. That's where our heritage is from, is Ireland. She's having the time of her life. Oh, take this off. Yeah. I don't start selling stuff, I'm not going to get to do anything on my bucket list. I haven't had a sale in 2 days, and I've been listing. 5 a.m. here Saturday. Huh. So you're in the future. I'll be doing a happy hour in a couple hours. I'm going wine tasting with my sisters. You ever seen Hocus Pocus? They call us the Sanderson sisters. We actually dressed up like them one year for Halloween when I was younger. Well, not that much younger, but skinnier, I should say. Because my sister's got red hair. My other sister's got the dark curly hair. And while mine's not blonde, I had to wear a wig, but my sister looks, when she dressed up as Winifred Sanderson, dead on. I wish I could find the pictures of that. It was so funny. So that's what they call us at Whole Foods, is the Sanderson sisters. And we laugh every time. It's like, if you only knew the half of it. There has got to be a tag. Nope, that's wait a minute. Nope, it's not even the same printing. Let's see. Stockman made in the recipe search. I cannot find anything on this shirt other than this is the only tag. Find it on this shirt. Can you all see that? That's it. And every time I bring up the name Stockman Pearl Snap shirt, I get Hallerman or Haller Brothers, and none of the labels match. So it can't be a Haller Brothers. And I hate to put it on, just by describing it, because it could be worth money or something. You never know. Because this is a very well-made shirt. The stitching is impeccable, or immaculate. That's the word I'm looking for. Get out of here, nosy. It's just really a really well-made shirt. It's unreal. I mean, I've picked up a lot of shirts, but this is nice fabric, nice stitching. Everything's even. I can't find anything on it. It's driving me crazy. It's so clean shoes now because I can't find anything on the shirt. I don't have to really clean too much on that one. So these are my shoes. My shoe inventory. Pictures. Tell me the name of the shirt. It just has Stockman on it. That's all it has. Oh. Sorry. No way, Pat. You get stuff dropped on your head, goofball. It's just the size tag's missing. It's been cut out, and it's just a brown tag. If you can see that, it says Stockman. It's a brown label with gold stitching. It says "Made in the USA" underneath it. So I don't. It could be a Hallerman, but I have not, or Haller Brothers, but I have not found anything that matches. I have no labels that match yet. Either that, or I'm just getting cross-eyed, can't see it. One or the other. Ugh. I know it's driving me insane. Every now and then you get a piece of something like that. It just move on to my shoes. I only got 2 pairs of shoes to process, so I'll go ahead and do that. Then come back to that again. Let's see, these are Skechers. That's Skechers. These would have so this would have been from. These would have been from $1. They're on sale. There are some Miller's. Yeah, there's Miller Stockman. There's the Howler Brothers Stockman. I don't know if that's the name of the shirt or that if that's the style of the shirt. Hi, Jason. Thanks for coming in. I mean, if all else fails, I can just put it on as a Western Pearl Snap plaid shirt, but gotta have some kind of a name brand, I guess. Or Stockman label. I think that's the style. I'm thinking the name might have been on the tag that was removed. And there for a while, I didn't think it even had that, but then I found it. So then I found where the tag had once was. Let's see, Skechers. Skechers. SKCHR. Skechers. $50910. $50910. 910. Skechers. Skechers. Stamina. Bar they are. Oh. Yep. These are Skechers. Stamina. Super. Sports. Troops. There's rock troops. Yep. Let's see. Size of it. Those that probably need to be. You know what? This is when a dog will come in yet. Watch out, get patch. Go on. No, go on. No. Oh, what'd he do? Send you in here for reinforcements? Oh. Hello, Beth. Welcome back. Where did all the wrench holders go? Oh, well, thank you. Oh, I hope you have better luck than I have, because it's driving me insane. Stamina 2.0. CQ Sport Oxford Men's Size. I have looked on Google. I've looked on eBay. I can't find it. I hate that. It drives me nuts too. Let's see. Sketchers for. That's not them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pictures. Down. 2. 3 o'clock. My dogs will be coming in here any second now, staring a hole through me. It starts with Tanner. He's the oldest. He'll come in and sit and stare. And then if I don't pay attention to him, he'll send one of the other dogs in. And before I know it, all 3 of them are sitting in here staring at me like, hey, we can't open the food bucket ourselves. We need your help. We don't have thumbs. In case you're wondering what that sound was in the background, I still have my air conditioner on. Would not be safe in this house if I didn't. I'm a instant grump ass when it's really hot and I can't stand it because I can't breathe hardly when it's really hot. And even 75 degrees feels hot to me sometimes because I have hot flashes. Let's see, category. Men's shoes. Get these shoes drafted, and I'm going back looking for that shirt. Specifics. Style. Well, they're called Oxfords, but they actually look like a tennis shoe. Block. Oh. Let's see. I'll take that. $30. Hey, Nosy, how about you go that way? Don't meow me. Go, 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 go. You're a pain. You're so nosy. Quit. Get. Come on. Go. Keep going. Keep going. There's no room at the end. Go away. I got one of those kind of cats that's got to have his nose into everything. Hold up the label for the Stockman shirt again. Yeah, hold on. Let me unbutton the collar here so I get it. Can you see it okay? Ooh. It says made in the USA directly under Stockman. You really can't see it in that camera. Oh, this box opens. How in the heck did I get it? Really? I thought it opened. Yes, it did. Must have been a spacer. We're fun than doing office work. Let's see. Nathan Jolson. Yeah. Yep. R.M. Williams clothing. Oh, cool. Same. Did you find the label? The exact same label? See, I see the PMC, but I couldn't find any labels. So cool. So that would be. But what I was looking, I found the vintage PMCs. I think. Stockman font is the same as Stockman by PMC. So I know Howler Brothers also does a series of Stockman. It's like the style of shirt, but the Howler Brothers Stockmans are heavy flannel. Like a work shirt. Try this composting 19231 231 392 8588. Let me see what I can find here. Okay, let me finish this draft real quick. See, that's another reason why I like doing the Hangouts. And kind of question with something, there's always somebody that might be able to find it or might have the answer. That's what's awesome. Because, you know, I've noticed on some of the Facebook groups that even if you ask a question for somebody to ask you, if you ask a question about a certain fabric or style, there's some people in those Facebook groups that will literally chew your head off. I'm like, come on, really? You got newbies in there that really don't know all the ins and outs of researching, and they're asking, they come for the people that know what they're doing for help, and you bite their heads off. I'm thinking, that's kind of rude. But thank you. I would definitely check that out. Let me finish this draft real quick, and then I'm going to go check it out. I do appreciate your help. That's awesome. Let's see. All right. Save. All right. Let me try this. Search. Okay. What's this? I want Google. I think that's why I pretty much started watching the Hangouts and stuff more than what I was, and because there's Facebook is like it's like a printed. It's like a soap opera. Some of these groups, it's so much drama. It's like, come on, really? eBay listing 1923588 search. That's an eBay item. Element collection. Hondo. Hmm. Images. Three, 2, 8, 5, 8, 8. Search. Yeah, it's close, isn't it? They get the photos to your listings if you actually get them off your camera. Yeah, that would be much easier, I would think. It is the same font for sure. Excuse me. So let's try. See, 3, 1, 1. 2. 4. Yeah, I haven't had any I didn't have any sales yesterday or today yet. But I had like 4 the day before yesterday. It's like, okay. Let's see this. Nope. Funded Western shirts. Yep, see, there's dog number 1. I knew it was just a matter of time. Oh, let's see if it says. Well, maybe it is a brand. Well, it's the same font, like you said, just a different label, different style label. So maybe I'll list it like Stockman, and then put like in parentheses by PMC with a question mark. Because I'm really not sure because I can't find one the label just like it, and maybe use the rockabilly type description in it because I really do want to get it listed because it's a really nice shirt. Like I said, if it was big enough, I'd keep it. And I got the football style shoulders, so this is not going to. That's the German in me. Not going to fit. It measures about a large. I wear about an extra large. I think this is an extra large. So. All right. Vintage Stockman Westerns. Sure, pearls net. Yeah, good idea. It's in such good condition. Whoever had this shirt took really good care of it, or it actually never made it out of the closet, out of its package, or something. I'm just wondering if somebody bought it for someone, because my dad was bad for that. You could buy him a shirt, and if he liked it, it never got taken out of the pack. So after he passed away, when we were cleaning out the dressers, we found shirts we bought him when we were kids, still in the package. So this might be that type of shirt where I had. Oh, excuse me, gotta take this. Be right back. Okay. They loosen up. I've used rockabilly before. In fact, I have a few shirts listed now that are really rockabilly. I mean, they got the embroidered. We're talking. I got one from the 1950s. It's actually like a women's Hollywood style. Dale Evans kind of like, and then I had the a vintage one from like the 60s that I used the word rockabilly, and it's still on there. So um, I guess it's okay. So I'm going to step out again because my dogs are like staring, like that if I don't feed them, they're going to chew on me. So, because that was the third dog. They all three make their way in to stare. It's like he's the leader, and then the little one comes in and gives me that look, and then the next one comes in and gives me that look like please, and then they all three come in, and then they'll do it again until I finally get the hint. Hey, they want me to feed them. So because I feed them at 3 o'clock, I think it's a little after 3. So and they know it's time to eat. So, uh, but yeah, I'm gonna step out. Be back in about 10 minutes or so, give or take, to get them fed, and I'll be back. And then I'm probably gonna get off here around 4 o'clock or 4:30, so I can get ready to go with my sisters to the wine tasting. Um, get a little something to eat, and because they only give you like little samples. So you guys play amongst yourselves and don't go throwing wrenches around unless a troll comes in, then hit him in the head. Beach balls. Yeah. You sound like a horse. Outside. Okay, what I miss? Actually, the rockabilly is in the theme. Let me show you. At least it is when I list one. Let's see, selling. Western. Sleeve. Plaid. Snap. Shirt. Size. Yeah, my work day is almost done. I'm gonna get off here around 4 o'clock. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock, so. But yeah, the rockabilly title. I might stay until a few more minutes, but shirt. No size tag. I think it's large. Maybe an extra large. Yep, it's a large. And there goes the AC kicking on again. See, in the item specifics and the theme, I doubt if you can see it, but if you can see that, probably not. But rockabilly is in the theme in the item specifics, so I don't see why you couldn't use it in a title if they have it as a selection under the item specifics. See you later, Patsy. I'm going to be getting off here in a little bit to get some grub before I have to go to wine tasting. Shoes. This tag has been removed, but measures as a large. C description. Measurements. Yeah, we go to Whole Foods. My sisters and I go every Friday to Whole Foods for wine tasting. It is 5 different for like $7. I think you get to taste 5 different wines, and then they serve a little bit of food pairing that goes with the wine. It's not very much. Then we usually end up getting either a it's called the margarita pizza. It's like my favorite one there. It's got big chunks of mozzarella cheese and tomatoes and pesto sauce. Oh, and garlic. I love it. It's my favorite. And they're like New York style pizzas as far as size. The slices are about as long as my head. You cover my head. I don't eat very many carbs, but I cut way back on Fridays so that I can have that. But I did forget to put something out for dinner. So we're probably going to have to order a quick bite from somewhere. That's the first thing Teresa asked me. "Did fix anything for dinner?" No, I kind of forgot. I've been busy working. I do though. I get in the zone and I forget stuff like that. Sometimes I forget I'm not the only one here. I used to cook all the time. Now I just don't. I think because I cooked so much all the time, I got burnt out on it. And now that I don't have any kids home, how old is who? How old is who? Yeah, I used to cook all the time because it was, 4 of us. And even when I'd work till 8 o'clock at night, I'd come home and cook something, which I know you're not supposed to eat after 8, but or I'd fix them a big breakfast the next day. So, oh, Teresa, she's my age, but she's a dietary manager, so she works in a nursing home kitchen where she's around food all day long. So when she gets home, she don't like to cook, which I can understand that. Um, so, and when I forget to cook something or put something out, it's like, oops, I kind of didn't fix dinner. So, guess we're eating at McDonald's, or I prefer um, Whole Foods myself, but she don't go with us. She's a party pooper. She don't drink, so except for when we got the keg. She didn't start drinking. She used to drink, what's it, Little Kings? That's nasty. It's like toilet water. Not that I've drank toilet water, but I've heard the comparison. So, but I have a keg of Bud Light out in my bar. And when she tasted that, she's like, "Oh, this is so good." It's like, "That's what I've been telling you. Draft beer is so much better." But that's about all she'll drink. She'll drink a glass or two, and that's about it. Now, when my son was still living here, when he moved back in, oh my God, it was like feeding an army of horses. The boy can eat. Well, he's 26 years old, but he's 6'5.5", and he's about 325 pounds. And he almost, I mean, I have low ceilings in this hallway. He almost hits his head on a light that comes down. He has to duck to walk through almost duck to walk through the doors. He's just a big old boy. I know whenever he went down to help the Bengals build a park, and they're like, "Man, do you play football?" No, well, you should. They told him he could be a walk-on um, football player, but he's already had to have emergency surgery on his back when he was 24. He had a bulging disc. He hurt it at work, and it was pushing against his spinal cord, and it paralyzed him. It wasn't allowing any spinal fluid through to his lower extremities, and they went in and did emergency surgery. So he has to be careful what he does. But yeah, he's never had a problem with his appetite, that's for sure. He's always ate like that. Now my daughter, she eats, but she don't eat like he does. Which I owe her some crab meat cannelloni. It takes me all day to fix that. I usually fix it for her every year for her birthday, and I forgot last year to fix it. I forget what we were doing, and she hasn't let me forget it either. You still owe me some crab meat cannelloni. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Teresa's my bestie. We've been friends for 20 years. She come out of a bad marriage. Her husband was an alkie and he did drugs, and when she come home, she never knew if she was going to have furniture or TVs, or because he would sell stuff left and right. And my husband traded me in for a younger, stupider model, I guess. Of course, now he's with some other woman and living in somebody's basement, and he's about as useless as tits on a boar hog. Um, so when my dad decided to move over by my brother, he gave me the house because I was staying in Teresa's mom and dad's. They have an apartment in their barn there at their house, and Dad said, "Well, why don't you just take this? It's free, it's paid for." So I was like, "Sure, no biggie, I'll take it." I grew up here, so I told Teresa, I said, "Well, why don't you come stay with me?" I said, "I've got plenty of room here," and so we get along okay. Sometimes we want to pinch each other's heads off, and God, we got enough room to go from one end of the house to the other and not be in the same room. But that's what happens sometimes. It's fun. We have good time. The kids all, we're all one big family. My daughter lives across the street. My sister lives across the street. My other sister lives a few minutes away, not even 5 minutes away. And one of my brothers lives in Lebanon, which is another 10 minutes from here. And I got one brother that lives down in Independence, Kentucky. So, I mean, Oh. Yeah, we get on each other's nerves sometimes, especially me with my eBaying because she doesn't like clutter. So very rarely do I find her in here. So she doesn't like clutter. She hates when I'm working out there in the kitchen because I know there for a while I couldn't even work in here. I had so much stuff piled up in here from buying so much. I buy storage units too, and get the clothes and stuff out of that and shoes and all that. But had so much stuff in here and I needed to go through. That I was working out in the kitchen, so she'd come home and I'd have all my stuff out there. And she'd give me that look like, "Oh my God, out here too?" It's funny. We're comical. Uh, but it's great having your best friend right there when you need them. So, oh, oh. I don't know about you all, but I'm getting tired. I got one pair of shoes yet left to do. They're the SAS brand. If you don't know about SAS shoes, you need to start picking them up. Because these are kind of roached a little bit, but I think I can clean them up. They still sell. They sell. I've sold a couple pairs. These I don't know about these. The heel looks a little worn on these. I can't get them clean. I think I paid a quarter for them, so I can't get them clean. I'll probably pitch them. But usually when they're in a lot better condition than this, I can get anywhere between 40 and $45 a pair out of SAS shoes. And it's the San Antonio Shoe Company. I think that's what it is, San Antonio Shoe Company. And they're work shoes. They're like nurse shoes, or my mom would have called them moon shoes. These are because of the thick sole. But yeah, I don't know if I can get these clean or not. I'm going to give it a whirl. Let's see what we got. Find my. Oh, it's my son. Speaking of which, hello. All right, what's up? I can keep my eye out. Let's see what I can come up with. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for one. I don't have one currently, but we usually come across some. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll keep my eye open. All right. Yeah. 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 I won't be home. Yeah, I won't be home. I'm going out with my sister, so. I don't know, really. Yeah, he might have one. I don't know. So, yeah, well, what I'll do, I can unlock it, and just Teresa's got schoolwork to do, so just hang out outside because she's stressing out over the schoolwork stuff. And it's pretty rough on her. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll unlock it. No problem. All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye bye. Okay. Ugh. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to have to shut this down. So I'm going to save these shoes for Monday because it's going to take me quite a bit to get these cleaned. So I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to go out and get. I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me while I work, and it has been fun. And I hope to do it again. Maybe I'll be back Monday. I will be back Monday in between everybody else's shows. So I'll post it in the reseller squad. And if you subscribe to my channel, which you probably already do, you'll get a notification. So, but thank you very much, especially for accepting me, as a host to the Hangout, to being the new kid on the block, and all that. I really appreciate it. You guys are great. So I will talk to you all probably Monday. So you all have a great weekend. Get out there, get the picking. You never know what you're going to find. Get some good stuff, and maybe when we do Monday's hangout, if you can share some of the stuff you got. So, and I have one pair of shoes left to do, so I'm going to hold that off till Monday, and I can still go shopping because I got everything done. All 6 totes I've been working on for 2 weeks, and they are done. So I go get some more stuff. So you guys get out there and have fun. Have fun with your families. Don't let it all be about eBay. You have to enjoy the weather. If you have good weather, take the time to sit around a fire pit and roast some hot dogs. That's what we're going to do this weekend. Practice some music and have fun, y'all. I got to go. So we'll see you later. If I can figure out how to turn this off. So, bye.